Hello friends, welcome back to the YouTube channel of Sri Coaching Classes. Today we are going to discuss a poem. It is from standard 10th subject English from English medium stream. It is first poem 1.1 written by Rabindranath Tagore, and the name of the poem is Where the Mind is Without Fear. So let us start the poem. Before starting it, introduction of the poet section is given in your textbooks. Just have a look. Rabindranath Tagore was the first author of Gitanjali, and its profoundly sensitive, fresh and beautiful verse. Now these two names are different names are there, Gitanjali and profoundly sensitive, fresh and beautiful verse. So he was the writer of this. He became the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. In 1913 he has won the Nobel Prize, first non-European. Before this, European people used to have that Nobel Prizes in literature, but he was the first one among them, non-European one. This poem is one of the vastly read and discussed poems. It was originally composed in Bengali and later he himself translated it into English. This poem is from his Nobel Prize winning anthology Gitanjali. So the famous anthology Gitanjali, we have often heard name of Gitanjali. So that famous anthology, this poem is taken Where the Mind is Without Fear. And see, the Tagore lived during the time when the India was ruled by the British. And in this poem, besides political freedom from British, Tagore also appeals to God for social, educational and economic freedom for his people of India. Means actually this poem is a prayer to Almighty God. Okay, and he is praying to God, to the Almighty, that how my country and how my countrymen should behave, how they should acquire the knowledge and how should they live with each other. So let us have a look. The first lines are appearing on screen. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free. Means he wanted that his countrymen, people from his country, should have fear-free mind. They should not have to fear to anyone. Now see, this poem is actually, as it is told in introduction section, that this poem is actually written when the India was ruled by the British government. So that time a different kind of fear was there in the minds of people, okay, those who were living in that time. But he is asking, he is praying to God that make my countrymen, their head, their mind should be without fear, and it is held high type of thinkings. Means they do not have to fear to anyone. They should have proud feeling among themselves, and the head should be held high, where the knowledge is free. Now free here means, it doesn't mean that that time they have to pay something to get a knowledge, but knowledge is free means anyone from any caste, any religion, any location, that person should have to get the knowledge, and it should be free to each and everyone. So these lines were given there. Now let's have a look on next lines. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by the narrow domestic walls. Now see, these lines have very deep meaning inside them. So Tagore wants that this world, not only my country, but the other countries of the world should be united. They should not have been broken up into fragments, in pieces. Means we should not have to diverse the peoples among according to their gender, according to caste, religion or any other things. So the world, all the countries should be united with each other. And by what? Narrow domestic walls. These narrow domestic walls, these words are used for rituals, or we can say that the old things which we used to differentiate between the peoples among that time. Means the casteism, religionship or economic situations. So the world should be united as a human being. Okay, so this is ask and pray to the God. Next lines. Where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection. Now he wants that his countrymen should have very unique and open heart with each other. They should not have to keep anything among their heart, and these words, when they will come out of their mouth, that words should be come with the touch of soul, with the touch of truth, and they should speak, they should live with each other open heartedly and open mindedly. And the next two lines are, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. Here tireless striving means continuous hard work. Tireless, now say sometimes we use a word that I get tired. So tireless, here less suffix is added. The meaning of the word is those who don't get tired, is a tireless. So tireless strivings means continuous hard work stretches its arms towards perfection. Stretches its arm means they are continuously trying to make their goal perfect. Okay, so continuously people are hardworking, trying to get perfection, and they are continuously working for their country also. So next lines, have a look. Where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. Now these two lines also have very deep meaning among them. See, the clear stream of reason. Reason here means reasoning ability of the people. They should have to learn how to differentiate what is right and what is wrong. That ability, that reasoning ability should not get lost. By which? By the dreary desert sand of dead habit. Now desert and sand, these two words are familiar with us. Dreary desert sand, it is a sand from the dreary desert of dead habits. That desert is of dead habits, and these dead habits are rituals, customs, blind faiths, superstitions, and so many like them. So we don't have to go along with these things like superstitions, rituals. Now next line. Where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. Now see, here in this last lines, Rabindranath Tagore, he is praying to Almighty God. Actually, he is praying to God, to Almighty as Father. My mind, not only but the minds of my people, my countrymen, should be led forward by you. You guide them, you guide us all, and the thoughts, whatever comes in our mind, should be widened. Not only the thoughts but also the actions. Means some people, they only get thinking about that I will do this and I will do that, but nothing, no action. But not only the thoughts but also the actions of these countrymen, my people, myself also should get widened. Thoughts should not be the narrow. So these widening thoughts and widening actions, please guide us to get in touch with them. And if this happen, then my country should be a real heaven for me also and for my people also. So into that heaven of freedom, my Lord, my God, my Father, let my country awake. It was the explanation for this poem. Thank you.